PDAC, we're on the floor, it's day 3, and I have just met Jef Caers.
Hi.
From California.
That's correct, Stanford.
Mineral X, PDAC board members brought you over here and said, I must interview you.
Yeah.
Why should I be interviewing you?
Well, we have very exciting, we have a new group at Stanford called Mineral X. We're funded actually by venture capital funding mostly, and we're looking at doing AI to make new discoveries. And actually we're working with actual companies in the real world to do those kind of discoveries. We're a new group, we're growing very fast, and we're here at PDAC to meet new people, to meet new sponsors, and see what's going on.
Okay, so Stanford, like the university.
Exactly.
Okay, and what is your primary goal right now, your immediate objective?
Yeah, my immediate objective is to accelerate making discoveries, to collaborate with industry in doing so, and to basically, I think, take all the stuff we have done in the oil and gas industry, which is very much advanced industry, and take that, drag that over into the mining industry, and improve their decision making, make discoveries faster and cheaper.
Okay, give me an example.
I can give an example. We work with KoBold Metals.
Okay, cobalt.
KoBold Metals.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we work in Zambia. KoBold works in Zambia, and they found a deposit, but would like to characterize it fast and bring it to mining very fast. So we've developed an AI algorithm that tells actually the driller where to go and drill on a pattern that's unusual. And KoBold has used our algorithm and made this huge discovery of copper, and now we're starting to look at the mine planning together with them.
Have you heard of Traxys before?
Trax who?
Traxys, Traxys.
No, I haven't. No.
It's a leading critical mineral company, and
Okay.
they invested approximately, I'm doing this from memory, but approximately 30 million into a cobalt technology company. But it was
Right.
my understanding that it didn't work. So you're telling me that you can do this for cobalt. You've
Yeah.
done the one beta test in Zambia. Have you done more than one beta test, or Zambia is the first place?
Zambia was the first place. We're working with other companies like Ero Copper, where we're looking at their data in Brazil. They're looking for copper and nickel deposits, and we've been looking at their massive amount of data and making them recommendations on where to target the drilling. Drilling is very expensive. And so now they're ingesting all that information, making the next steps, and hopefully with some drills get some mineralization.
Okay, so you've mentioned cobalt, copper, nickel. Your short term, what are the top 5 critical minerals that you're focused on, or the top 5 resources?
Right.
What are you focused on?
Yeah, so we are focused exclusively on the energy transition. So that means copper, cobalt, nickel, but also lithium. We're exploring for lithium here in Quebec. There's also lithium that's in hot water underground that you can extract as well. So we're looking at some of those opportunities of doing research in that area. And then rare earth elements. As you know, they're very important in the United States, where I am, for defense and making magnets and so on. So that's another kind of mineral that we're focusing on.
Well, that's probably why she introduced you to me. I'm the
Right.
founder of the Critical Minerals Institute. We do leading coverage of rare earths around
Right.
the world. So if I want to learn more about your technology, and I'm going to ask you a few questions about this, where do I go to learn more about this?
Well, we have a lab website, mineralx.stanford.edu. There you can find YouTube videos on our work, conference presentations, and much more. You can also find some of the news articles in the Financial Times and Bloomberg and other venues that we've published. We have surprisingly one article about us in Vanity Fair. They got very interested in minerals, and so I got interviewed by them. And so you can read a little bit the story of Mineral X and how that started.
Okay, this sounds really intriguing. We've all heard you're from Silicon Valley. We've been waiting for Silicon Valley to enter the arena.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're overdue.
All right.
So what company would be most interesting to you?
Well, that's a hard one. I don't want to single out one company and say the others are not involved. But we just want to work with the BHP and the Rio Tinto of the world. And we want to help them in introducing some of these new techniques in companies that have been set in the ways that they've been doing things, and I think that's needed.
Okay, so I hear you. You're looking for large cap companies
Yeah.
then? Large cap companies. Okay.
All right.
Now, even more interesting to me is how the heck did you get into this industry and what made you decide you wanted to do this? You referenced oil and gas in your background.
Right, yeah.
What made you go, aha?
That was an aha moment. I've worked in the oil and gas industry for 20 years. I worked with 35 major oil companies. Obviously, 5 years ago, it became clear that oil and gas is not really the future. I joined KoBold Metals, a startup company that I referred to. One of my students started working for KoBold Metals, applied an idea, and this whole Zambia thing happened. And I was like, this is it. This is where I need to go. I stopped all of the oil and gas funding. I started with zero, except for KoBold Metals, and I said, I want to do this. I have the background. Let me talk to a few funders, and off to the races we go. I think even late in my career, I've been a professor for 30 years. It's fun to just say, stop all of that and start something completely new.
Well, I can see why Vanity Fair wants you if you have that kind of experience and look this young.
Okay.
Okay, we're very interested, officially, Investor News, Critical Minerals Institute in Mineral X over at Stanford. Thank you so much, Jef, for dropping by today.
Yeah,
we're going to want to follow up with you.
All right,
Thank
pleasure
you.
being here.